Welcome to the channel, history lovers. Today, we're diving deep into one of the most fascinating stories in human civilization, the rise of ancient Egypt. From dusty villages along the Nile to colossal pyramids and god-kings ruling an empire, Egypt's journey is nothing short of epic. But there's more to it than just pyramids and mummies. Ever wondered how a desert kingdom became one of the most powerful forces in the ancient world? Stick around, because the story behind Egypt's rise is filled with mystery, ambition, betrayal, and a few surprises you might not expect. What if I told you that one of the most powerful and enduring civilizations in human history was born from the shifting sands of a desert? Ancient Egypt, known for its colossal pyramids, golden pharaohs, and mysterious gods, rose from humble beginnings to become an empire that ruled for thousands of years. But how did a scattered collection of tribes along the Nile evolve into such a mighty force? Let's unravel the epic journey of ancient Egypt, from its roots to the height of its imperial glory. Long before pyramids pierced the sky, Egypt was a land divided. The Nile River, flowing over 4,000 miles, served as both lifeline and boundary. Early communities developed along its fertile banks, relying on the annual floods to grow crops in the harsh desert environment. These small agricultural societies were the seeds of greatness, but unity was still far off. Around 3100 BCE, a pivotal moment changed everything: the unification of Upper and Lower Egypt. This legendary act is credited to Narmer, or Menes, a powerful leader who merged the two lands under a single crown. With this unification, Egypt's first dynasty was born, and with it, the foundation of the Egyptian state. This early unification brought stability and centralized power. Kings, who would later be known as pharaohs, began to be seen not just as rulers, but as divine figures, living gods on earth. This idea of divine kingship became a cornerstone of Egyptian political and religious life, giving rulers unmatched authority. The Old Kingdom, 2686 to 2181 BCE, is often called the Age of the Pyramids. During this golden age, pharaohs commissioned vast monuments to ensure their legacy and divine status. The Great Pyramid of Giza, built for Pharaoh Khufu, still stands as a marvel of engineering and ambition. These tombs were more than burial sites. They were statements of power. Egypt's central government grew stronger during this period. A well-organized bureaucracy managed everything from irrigation to taxation. Scribes, who mastered the complex hieroglyphic script, became essential to maintaining control and order across the growing kingdom. But even empires faced challenges. The Old Kingdom eventually declined due to famine, internal strife, and a weakening central government. Egypt entered the First Intermediate Period, a time of chaos and competing local rulers. The dream of a united empire seemed lost. Out of this darkness emerged the Middle Kingdom circa 2055 to 1650 BCE, a period of revival. Pharaohs like Mentuhotep II restored unity and strengthened the central government. Art, literature, and building projects flourished once again. Egypt expanded its borders and influence, laying the groundwork for imperial ambitions. But perhaps the true rise of Egypt as an empire began in the New Kingdom circa 1550 to 1070 BCE. This era saw Egypt become a global superpower. Pharaohs like Thutmose III, often called the Napoleon of ancient Egypt, led military campaigns that extended Egyptian influence into Nubia, the Levant, and beyond. The New Kingdom also brought legendary figures to the throne. Queen Hatshepsut, one of Egypt's few female pharaohs, ruled with wisdom and strength. Her reign was marked by peace, prosperity, and monumental architecture, like her stunning temple at Deir el-Bahri. Then came Akhenaten, the heretic king, who turned Egypt upside down with religious revolution. He introduced monotheism, worshipping only the sun god Aten, and moved the capital to a new city. His rule was controversial and short-lived, but it left an unforgettable mark on Egyptian history. Following him was the boy king Tutankhamun, whose tomb discovery in 1922 captured global fascination. Though his reign was brief, the treasures of his burial chamber offered unprecedented insights into the wealth and artistry of New Kingdom Egypt. Perhaps no figure symbolizes Egypt's imperial peak more than Ramses II, also known as Ramses the Great. He ruled for over 60 years, built colossal temples, signed the world's first recorded peace treaty, and led Egypt during one of its most powerful periods. His legacy is carved in stone across the land. However, time and change are inevitable. Internal corruption, invasions by the Sea Peoples, and the rise of rival empires gradually weakened Egypt. The empire splintered, and foreign rulers, from the Assyrians to the Persians, then the Greeks and Romans, would eventually take control. And that's the incredible journey of ancient Egypt, from scattered tribes along the Nile to one of the most powerful empires the world has ever seen. Their legacy shaped history and still captures our imagination thousands of years later. If you enjoyed this dive into the past, make sure to hit that subscribe button so you don't miss future episodes. And hey, what part of ancient history do you want us to explore next? Drop your suggestions in the comments below. I'm always looking for your ideas, and who knows, your topic might be our next deep dive into the past.